Hi, I'm Guillermo Arduino, and this is Pew News. Welcome to Pew News, the most legitimate news source on the entire internet. You might as well put this news in the dictionary because it's so legit. Just spit the truth on the Pew News. The first story comes from Bloomberg. A wonderfully written article displaying about YouTube, and as always in the most accurate way possible. The title reads as follows: Success on YouTube still means a life of poverty. Wow. I best be clicking on this. I'm joking, of course, here that this is clickbait, but no, it's not, alright? A vlogger in the top 3% might get more than 1.4 million views a month. Damn. That's low. I think when I quit YouTube to do full-time, I had about 17 million views a month. But arguably, things are different now. There's more ways to monetize your content. There's Patreon, there's donations, there's sponsorships, there's all these kinds of things that matters more these days than just your average how many views do you get per month. The article reads as follows: Do your children dream of YouTube stardom? Do them a favor. Crush that ambition now. To be honest, I 100% agree. But also at the same time, you look at any other entertainment industry, what is really your top chances of breaking into that? Isn't it really a dream, unachievable goal? It certainly did for when I started YouTube. It seemed impossible. In fact, 96.5% of all those trying to become YouTubers won't make enough money off of advertising to crack the US poverty line, according to research by Matthias Bertel. What does the numbers mean? Jason, Bertel, Matthias, whatever your name is. You can't just take a percentage and not tell us what numbers you took that from. Did you take every single person that has a YouTube account? Because then yes, 3% might seem small, but it's also massive. Did you pin it down to people that have actually uploaded one video on the platform, or one per month perhaps, or maybe one per year? Or how consistent do you have to be part of the study? Or maybe you didn't pin it down at all and you just literally took every single person on the website regardless if they upload videos or not. We don't know. So the 3%, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. This study is useless. You've basically proven nothing. Unless you tell us where you got the number from. Despite YouTube lately being like a black hole, getting sucked in on itself lately, it is still one of the best, if not the best place to monetize your content. When Vine went down, all the Vine stars went to YouTube, or at least the ones that managed to get successful did. I'm talking about you PKs.
Hell no!
Viners went to YouTube because YouTube is one of the best places to monetize your content. You have people literally on social networks where they don't get any ad revenue, like Instagram. You just exclude their income completely from having sponsorships? Bloomberg? It is mentioned, I think, briefly somewhere. I don't see it. They also calculate here the income of $1 per 1,000 views, which is pretty terrible, even for my low revenue standards. Even I got a little shout out in this video. Thank you, Bloomberg. Thank you. Gaming YouTubers such as 28-year-old Felix PewDiePie Kjellberg, who has 60 million subscribers, have 14 times better chance than traditional vloggers, who often upload to people in blogs category on YouTube. That's right, everybody. My channel is filled with gaming content, as proved here by Bloomberg. Check out my gaming videos, guys. I think you'll really enjoy them. I think it's interesting how the media has presented this idea that YouTubers earn so much money. Anytime I'm discussing with the media, every single time I get the question, hey Felix, so how much money do you make? And I always say, well, that's none of your business, but it's a damn lot. I'm joking. I think it is an interesting conversation now, speaking about last episode when we discussed how Fiverr, there's no real job guarantee and safety net for working through these websites. Yes, YouTube is an amazing platform for you to monetize your content and create your own business, but it's not like a traditional job, and it probably shouldn't be even looked at it in that sense. Yes, you don't get healthcare. Yes, you have to work insane hours and you make up your own time. And yes, you don't have any form of job safety, and it's really all up to you. But it's also a great opportunity.
And you were also involved in the YouTube demonetization wave that hit after that PewDiePie cocksucker decided it was a good idea to use the N-word on video game streams.
Joe Rogan, please. Joe, please. I may be a cocksucker, Joe. You got me there. But I didn't create the adpocalypse. This is a common misconception that happens all the time. And I thought, why not take a moment now and explain to everyone why I didn't create the adpocalypse. I understand that it's easy to project your feelings of anger into ideas that are not consistent with reality. I'll take the punch. I get it. Whatever makes you feel better. Whatever makes you sleep at night. But I keep seeing it, so let's discuss it. Disney severed ties with YouTube star PewDiePie after anti-Semitic funny videos. Just kidding. I lost a show that I worked on that nearly killed me. I'd never been more depressed in my life while shooting that. And I lost Google Preferred, which I honestly had no idea I was even in to begin with. So it wasn't like, oh damn. If anything, the whole situation sucked for everyone else around me that got dragged into this. That weren't really highlighted. People associate this article to somehow creating the adpocalypse, or at least being part of the next stepping stone. When, oh no, it's not true. Let's look at the facts here, guys. Only the facts on Punius, thank you. It was the, what was it, London Times? Back in March 17, posted, YouTube hate preachers share screen with household names. And they have this video with a bunch of hate preach and it being displayed with advertising content. This inevitably led to Wall Street Journal dipping their toes in the issue as well. On March the 24th, Google's YouTube has continued showing brands ads with racist and other objectionable videos. None of my videos were involved in any of these articles. This was about extremist content, ISIS videos, political hate preach, etc, etc. Right after, same day, YouTube faced a full-scale advertising boycott over these hate speech videos. Companies like PepsiCo, Walmart, Dish, Starbucks, and GM pulled out their advertising, joining a group of dozens of companies. Starting with Europe, which then led to America joining in as well, with AT&T and Verizon pulling ads as well. This is what led to a decrease of ads on YouTube for a brief period of time, and at the same time YouTube had to create with a new system to show advertisers that yes, we are working on these issues to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Now, ads showing up on content that it shouldn't belong at isn't a new thing. It happens a lot of times. Maybe ads show up on porn, or ads showing up just anywhere where the advertiser probably wouldn't be happy to see. Companies are companies. They're not moral beings. They pull out of this advertisement not for the sake of being manipulated by the media or having some sort of bigger moral idea about it. A lot of advertisers pulled out just so they could hurt Google in the process. You have companies like Verizon, which is one of the biggest spender on advertisement online, which pulled out during this adpocalypse. And Verizon owns Yahoo. Of course, these companies benefited from this move. They can basically negotiate for better pricing as well, along with TV networks using this as an opportunity to hopefully pull more ads back into TV, which they have been losing out on for so long.
Publishers that are using this for their agenda. You know, there's advertisers like AT&T and Verizon's, the telecom guys that have pulled out. You know, this is not just because, oh, my ads got, you know, are on bad content. These people want a piece of this business.
Absolutely.
So everybody's, you know, has their motivation, let's say, for going after Google on this. Everybody wants the money.
Everybody wants a piece of that Google pie.
It's pretty short-sighted to say that this whole thing happened because of some sort of moral clause, even though, yes, it was a bad thing. But it's even more short-sighted to put the blame on me for it, even though it might make you feel better. I honestly wouldn't mind taking the blame for it. I just don't think it is true. And you might say, well, maybe, Pewds, you were part of the puzzle, you know? It started off with you, and then all these media started criticizing YouTube. And I think, yes, But how the heck is that my fault? Maybe if YouTube weren't so reactionary to all these issues, none of this would have even happened. Or at least the effect would have been less. YouTube is taking over old media. YouTube tops 1 billion hours of video a day. YouTube is taking the ads away from TV, that TV dollar. It's only a matter of time really at this point, but the real question is, how is YouTube going to shape into what it becomes? In the previous article, we talked about the Bloomberg thing. They mentioned that it's even harder for smaller creators now because you have to have at least 4,000 hours in their videos and 1,000 subscribers to get ads on your content. It might seem like a punch in the gut for small creators, but for everyone on the platform, it's a great thing. So hopefully this whole fiasco doesn't happen again. Now on the next news, I have my own merch. Have you checked it out yet? Thank you. You can go to represent.com/PewDiePie and get one of Can You Do This merch. That's right. You want some dead memes on your face, on your shirt? Of course you do. What else are you going to wear? In probably more exciting news, me and Marcia launched our own clothing brand, which is not merch. We wanted to do something higher quality. We wanted to make it ethical as possible and well designed. All the items are custom fitted, which is a much higher price than what people are used to in the merch. We sold out our first line and we couldn't be happier with all the responses. It's been amazing. You can still pre-order for the next 8 weeks for it to arrive. So you can, if you missed out, you can still order. So please still do, because it really helps us out a lot and support our dream of making this clothing brand. That was it for this week's Pew News. My name is Guillermo. Fuck, I forgot my name.